There's a bird in your backyard that knows your face better than your neighbors do. It can pick you out of a crowd of 50 people. It remembers what you were wearing the day you annoyed it 5 years ago. And if you've ever upset it, even once, it's already told its kids. This isn't folklore. It's peer-reviewed science out of the University of New South Wales, the University of Western Australia, and the Max Planck Institute. And it's specifically about one bird, the Australian magpie. So, how does a bird with a brain the size of a walnut do something most mammals can't? Let's get into it. First, the recognition. In 2011, researchers at UNSW Sydney ran a now famous experiment. They had one person catch and tag local magpies in a Sydney park. Then, they had that same person walk through the park the next day wearing different clothes. The magpies still swooped him. They had a different person, who'd never bothered the birds, walk the exact same path. The magpies ignored him completely. The conclusion was unambiguous. Magpies aren't reacting to clothing or movement. They're recognizing the human face. But here's where it gets stranger. That same study followed up 2 years later. The threatening researcher returned to the park. Different clothes, different time of day, different season. The magpies still swooped him on sight. 2 years, no reinforcement, no new contact between bird and human, they just remembered. Magpies live up to 30 years in the wild, which means the bird that's swooping you this spring may still be swooping your kids in 2050. Now here's the part that broke the researchers. The offspring of that threatening magpie, birds that had never met the researcher, never been near him, never been tagged, also swooped him. They'd been told, by their parents. In some way we still don't fully understand. This is called social information transmission. It's been documented in primates, in dolphins, and in a small handful of corvid species, crows, ravens, jackdaws. Magpies are the only Australian bird where it's been confirmed. Which raises the obvious question, why are these birds so smart? The answer is in the brain itself. Magpies have one of the highest brain-to-body mass ratios of any bird on Earth. Their forebrains, the region responsible for problem-solving and memory, are proportionally larger than most mammals. Studies at Macquarie University found magpies could solve multi-step puzzles, use tools, and pass cooperation tests that stump 4-year-old human children. A 2020 study even documented wild magpies removing GPS trackers from each other's backs. Not their own, each other's. They worked together, in pairs, to free their flockmates. No researcher had ever seen that behavior before. Think about what that means. A wild bird recognized that a piece of equipment on its friend was a problem, figured out how to remove it, and cooperated with another bird to do it. That's not instinct, that's reasoning. But the part of magpie behavior that genuinely shocks people is what happens when a magpie decides it likes you. There's a body of research, much of it informal but increasingly well documented, on what biologists call cross-species bonding in Australian magpies. Specific named birds in specific suburbs that have formed multi-year bonds with specific humans. There's a magpie in Adelaide named Penguin who became internet famous for adopting a human family. There's one in Brisbane who, every morning for 9 years, has landed on the same back fence and sung to the same retired couple. There's documented cases of magpies bringing humans gifts, bottle caps, small stones. Once, a wedding ring that had been lost 3 months earlier. These aren't pets, these are wild birds. With opinions, choosing specific humans year after year. And the same brain that allows for that, the recognition, the memory, the social complexity, is also what allows for the grudges. A magpie that decides you're a threat is a wild animal that has chosen, deliberately, to remember you specifically, for its entire life, and to teach its children to do the same. So what does all of this mean for you, standing in your backyard, wondering whether to put a milk crate on your head this September? It means 3 things. 1. If a magpie has ever swooped you, it knows your face. Avoiding the area for a week won't help. It'll still know you when you come back. 2. If you've ever been kind to a magpie, fed it, talked to it, didn't react when it landed near you, it knows that too. The same intelligence that holds grudges also holds gratitude. 3. The magpie nesting in your street is almost certainly the same one that was there last year, and the year before, and the year before that. They're not random visitors. They're residents, with memories, and opinions about you specifically. The Aussie magpie isn't just a bird that lives in your backyard. It's a bird that knows you live in its backyard. And it's been watching. Next video, we're going after a bird that's somehow even smarter than the magpie. The one that's been opening wheelie bins across Sydney like an organized crime ring. You'll want to subscribe before that one drops.